Okay, hi YouTube. I'm probably talking really loud. Maybe I should talk louder. So my name is Crystal. It's really weird to be talking to a screen or by myself in my room. But everybody's asleep. Well, there's only one other person here. But anyway, my name is Crystal. I'm 22 years old, and I've been on YouTube for a long time. I had other accounts. I have another account with my boyfriend that we were supposed to be putting videos up, but we never did. But I've been watching a lot of videos lately, and I'm going through a lot of stuff, and I figured it was time for me to start my own channel and kind of document the experience I'm about to go on. Basically, I'm going to be talking about my OCD and a couple other stuff that I have going on, like my other disorders, but mostly my OCD. I've had OCD since I was about 15, but then as I think about it, when I was younger, I did have a lot of obsessive thoughts and like worrying excessively. Like a 4-year-old doesn't worry about people dying all the time, you know, so different things like that. But when I was 15, it kind of started up, and then when I was probably about 19 or 20, no, about 20, it's kind of started up again. Like, it went away because I was too busy to even engage my OCD, and now it's back again. And sorry if I'm not really looking at the screen, but it's just kind of weird to be looking, you know, it's my first video. But I was in treatment last August. I was hospitalized for 10 days because of a suicide attempt. And that was just an onset of a whole bunch of different issues that I had going on in my life that I can get into later, I guess, because it's kind of an introduction, I guess. And from there, I was in an outpatient program for 3 months, kind of working with cognitive behavioral therapy to get a hold on my depression and the things that were going on in my head. But through cognitive behavioral therapy, although I did learn to analyze my thoughts a lot better, I recognized my OCD getting worse, where I started counting and I never counted before. I became more anxious in how things were ordered, and the way I stepped around a certain like item on the ground or a crack on the ground. The way I washed my hands, I began obsessively washing my hands, obsessively brushing my teeth. And you would think brushing your teeth is like a really good thing for you, but when you do it obsessively, it actually like corrodes like the enamel and stuff, and it's put a really big strain on my relationships. So after I was out of therapy, I was still in school. I'm in college. I was in my 4th year. I had only 2 quarters left to go, and I was going to graduate, and I was going to study abroad in Cuba, and all these things were going on for me that seemed great and seemed like I was going to be doing something good finally. But the OCD got progressively worse, and it took me hours to get ready, and I wouldn't even make it to class, and I would start sleeping all day because I was upset with myself for not being able to like overcome what I was going through. And I was on medication, and they kept trying all these other things, and they helped with my, like I said, with my depression and everything. I'm no longer depressed, really. If anything, I'm depressed that I have so much anxiety. But like I said, it's gotten progressively worse. Sorry, my nose is itching. It's gotten progressively worse, and now I'm just kind of at a point where I avoid things, and I don't go out of the house very much. It takes me hours to shower. And that's the thing I wanted to talk about too, is how a lot of people say, oh, I think I have OCD. Oh, I think I have OCD. But there's like a fine line between what you think you have and what you do have, because being particular about how you like write your paper, or having things neat and nicely put in your house, is different than obsessing and compulsively needing, not just wanting, but needing to have things a certain way so that you can get relief, so that you can breathe easy. And one of my doctors had said that it becomes like diagnosed as obsessive compulsive when it takes more than 4 hours out of your day to like do these rituals. Like if you're ritualizing, and rituals is such a weird word to be using, but when you're walking a certain way or taking showers certain many times or washing your hands so many times and all of that, and you add it all up, which if you're a counter like me, you can add it all up, it's pretty much all of my day, which is why I'm at home. And because of it, I got dropped out of school. Like I said, my relationships are kind of getting progressively smaller and smaller because I don't go out, I don't spend time with my friends. I spend it here, basically sitting in my chair all day long on the computer or making myself something, but I can't really touch too much stuff because I think everything is dirty. So finally, there's this place here in Sacramento called the Anxiety Treatment Center. And although my insurance company didn't, I guess, have it as one of its services or whatever, one of its providers, there's a law out there called the Parody Law, Parody, I believe. And it actually was created specifically for anxiety disorders, especially OCD, because it is such a specialized field. And it's weird because there's a lot of treatment for it, but it's the least understood disorder, which is why so many people can make fun of it and joke around like it's not something serious. But this is getting to be a long video, but I just basically wanted to say that I'm starting this channel because I'm starting treatment today, actually, Monday. I meant to do this video yesterday, but I spent all night getting ready so that I can be ready in time to go to my first treatment. It's from 9 to 1. I'm really nervous about what I'm going to have to be doing, and it's not going to be cognitive behavioral therapy. It's what's it called? It's called exposure response therapy, where little by little they get you to start exposing yourself to the things that give you anxiety, and you have to learn to sit with your anxiety, which is going to be the hardest part. What I expect to gain from it is my freedom again, my freedom to think, my freedom to live, my freedom to breathe. But I also expect a lot of tears along the way. I'm a very sensitive person, so I expect a lot of tears and emotion, and I don't think it's going to be easy at all, but it's very necessary. And I just want to go back to being that vibrant person I was, who enjoyed living life, who enjoyed being outside, who enjoyed, like, I do poetry and I do art, and I haven't done any of that because I just can't get myself to. It was hard enough to just sit in front of this screen and start talking. There's nobody in front of me, and I'm nervous. But yeah, so if you're going through what I'm going through, I hope I'm able to help, and I hope I won't babble too much like I am right now. It's just I'm so nervous. But I want to hear everybody else's stories too, so I hope to hear from all of you, and I hope I'm not too boring. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.